So first things first, this is the canning pot. It's really large, and I'll send y'all the link to the set that I got. But this is definitely if you're making like bigger batches. So the first thing you want to do is you want to put all of the jars and the lids and the rings in hot water. So that's going to sterilize any like bacteria or anything that may have been living on the jars. So these have been sitting in hot water for like, I don't know, 10 minutes or so. But you can see there's like a little rack that holds all of the jars and it sits on top right here. So I made the jam earlier. It took me like literally 15 minutes and y'all are gonna get the recipe. So we're not gonna go over that, but we're gonna go over just like the sealing process. So all of these tools come in the canning kit. Okay, yeah, so this is used to like pick up the cans. This little guy is magnetic and it picks up all of your lids so you don't have to touch them. And then this guy I use to do the rings. So that is that. So the first thing after you've stirred, okay guys, we're off to a great start. Let me just put this back. Good. Okay, so you want to take out the jars that have been sterilizing and take the water out. So once you do that, it also comes with this little filter guy so you can do this part mess free. So I have the jam in this. I'm just gonna scoop it. Can y'all see me? Yeah, okay. You're gonna scoop it into the filter. And you wanna leave a little bit of space. You don't want to make it all the way full. So 2 scoops roughly. And you can also use any size jar. These are just like the small ones.
Victoria, I have a question.
Yeah.
So you said that's a filter or is it like a funnel?
A funnel, not a filter, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a funnel.
Okay, I just wasn't sure because I didn't know if you had to filter things. Got it, okay.
You don't have to filter things. Good, okay, yeah, good catch. So I'm just gonna do 2 of them with y'all. So you're gonna put the little lid on there. And then these rings, like I said, those were sterilized earlier. I just picked them out. And just like a loose-ish fit, because when you boil them, the heat is gonna seal them. So we're gonna go back into the canning basket. It looks way more complicated than it is, but it's really not. Okay, and then these are gonna go down. And I have to wait for this to come to like a roaring boil before I start the timer. So I'm just gonna be watching this. But once it starts boiling, then you're gonna set your timer for 10 minutes. And that's how long it takes to seal the jars. And for the jam, you can make, like I said, it takes like 10 minutes. It's super easy. And then you don't have to let it sit. Like you can do it right there when it's like piping hot, or you can let it sit. Also, another thing I want to point out that I included in the recipe, but might just need some explaining. So there's this thing called the saucer test. And that is how you can figure out if your jam is like the right consistency. So the recipe calls for pectin, which is like a plant-based, so it is vegan for anyone who's vegan. It's a plant-based like gelatin kind of thing. I don't really know exactly what it is. But I kind of had to play around with the amounts when I was testing out the recipe. I ended up adding more pectin because so the original recipe that I had was 2 tablespoons, but I found that adding an extra half tablespoon got it to the texture that I wanted. So if you see on the right side, the saucer test. So when you make your jam, like when you start, just put like a small plate or something in the fridge, get it cooled down. And then when you're done with your jam, if you take like a teaspoon and put it onto the plate, wait about 30 seconds. And if you can move it with your finger and it kind of wrinkles like a raisin a little bit, then you know that it's gonna set to the right consistency. So yeah, I put that in there, but that's just kind of what I use to figure out if it needs more pectin, if it needs more time, so on. Okay, once they've been boiled for 10 minutes, that means the seal is sealed. Also, you should probably not put your hands in it like this, but here's my tool. Please hold. Okay, so we're gonna lift this basket up. Turn the heat off. Let's take these guys out. It's gonna be super hot, so okay, that is not very steady. So also this would be a good time to, well, once they've kind of cooled down and you can touch them, to wipe the sides. I made that mistake last time of not doing that, and then it kind of got like a sugary film on the jar itself. So while it's hot, just wiping it down, make sure everything's clean. Yeah, I think we're good. So I have some that were done last weekend, and I wanted to show you how you can check to see if it was sealed properly. So when you take the ring off and you, I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, you heard that pop, that means that it was sealed. So technically, when it's still sealed, it can sit in a dark, cool place for like 2 years. So whatever energy you put into this summer, you can have it 2 years from now and enjoy it then. But then once you pop the seal, it's good in the fridge for like however long you would normally use jam. I don't know. I need the specifics on that. But the preserved one I know can be stored for up to 2 years. So that's the canning.